Hey, what's up there, Devil Nation? This is Uncle Pucker Chris here with tonight's little keys to the game on a little power play episode for the Devils game number 5 against the Montreal Canadians. So we're going to jump right into it. Today is the first of the Frozen Frenzy. All 32 teams are playing tonight, which should be a ton of fun. Staggering starts throughout. So remember, tonight's game in Montreal will be a 7:15 start. So the Devils in Montreal, 7:15. That game will be aired on MSNBC SN2 and ESPN Plus. It is at the Bell Center. So a couple of things that we need to discuss real quick going into the game. Thomas Nosek is now on IR, and they brought Cal Foote up from Utica. So he'll be absent. Colin Miller is also injured, but it does look like we're going to get Eric Haula and Nico Hischier back into the lineup. Not that Nico Hischier lost any time, but he did leave during the Islander game and was gone for the third period. We didn't see any ice time. So that sat out practice on Saturday. He was back in practice over the weekend, and he will be playing tonight. Montreal did play last night. They had a 3-1 win over the Buffalo Sabres with Jake Allen in net. So it looks like it's going to be um, Montembeault versus probably Vanacek. They have been swapping them each and every game. So this would be Vanacek's turn. The only thing is tomorrow night, Devils are playing Vanacek's old team in the Washington Capitals. So maybe Lindy Ruff might want to put Vanacek in for that game. So we'll see how that plays out. But for our purposes here, we're going to say that they're going to stick with the situation that they've done, and Vanacek will be in goal. So with that being said, a couple of things you got to watch out for. Montreal is a pretty good team. They're started 3-1-1. They played one more game than the Devils. Devils are 2-1-1. And Montreal's led by Cole Caulfield, easy for me to say, and they have a couple young kids on that team that can skate and play. Last night, I think it was Brendan Gallagher and Tanner Pearson combined for 4 points against Buffalo. And Buffalo does have, I mean, not Buffalo, Montreal does have some things that would make the Devils a little worried. They are a fast team. They're a very skilled team. They're just young and they're learning how to win. This could be considered a trap game for the Devils. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. Um, let's see. What else do we have here? Right now, the Devils' power play is unbelievable. They're clicking at 42.9%, which is ridiculous at that second in the league right now because the Red Wings are just playing out of their head, especially on the power play. So the Devils' power play, of course, will come down to earth a little bit, but right now, 42.9%, which is fantastic. But the first key is you have to get the 5-on-5 going. Last season, this was one of the best 5-on-5 teams in the NHL. They really haven't gotten that 5-on-5 production this year. A lot of their production, especially the last game against the Islanders, um, all the goals were power plays except for the overtime winner from Hughes. So it's great to have an awesome power play. You need to have an awesome power play, but you also need to have 5-on-5 because you can't depend on your special teams night in and night out. Montreal, however, is 15th in the penalty kill, so they're around middle of the road. Their power play is 20th, so we definitely have the advantage there. Again, you have Montembeault in net. Pepper him. You know, we scored 5. Devils scored 5 Friday night on the best goalie in the league, if arguably the best goalie in the league, in Ilya Sorokin. They keep on doing what they're doing. They should be able to get a lot past Montembeault. Um, this is the type of game now that, you know, this kind of especially this week, it kind of feels like the hockey season is starting for the Devils. You know, it's been 1 on, 2 off, you know, back to backs and 4 days off. Now they have a nice, good hockey schedule. They play today, they play tomorrow, they play Friday, they play Sunday. So 4 big games coming up this week, all winnable games for the Devils. So this is what I would call kind of a get right game. You had a really tough, really fun game to watch against the Islanders. But again, you let a point slip away. They crawled back in at the 18-minute mark or so, and they tied the game, and we were lucky to pull the second point off because we outplayed the Islanders for most of that game. So skate, skate, skate. pepper Montebo with shots. Defensively, I am a little bit nervous with our defense right now. They have been a little bit shaky. So this is a young team. Don't give them a ton of opportunities. Use your transition, use your speed, and they should be okay. And keep the good times rolling. Having a good away team is huge. Everybody wants to win at home, but being able to win away from your own building goes so far in getting you ready for the playoffs and how to deal with all the bullshit and outside noise of games. So going up to a hockey hotbed like Montreal and punching them in the face will, I think, really help this team. Montreal played yesterday. The Devils haven't played since Friday. So they're going to be, maybe a little bit tired. Maybe you can take advantage of that. This is definitely a winnable game for the Devils. There's not a ton that I can look at on paper and say, that Montreal has the advantage on. They just don't. If the Devils don't win this game, it's going to be just be because of poor play, and we want to see them start strong. They did in the Islander game, and it was very fortunate for them. They ended up pulling the win out. Start strong, play 60 minutes, and pepper the hell out of Sam Montembeau because you can get pucks past him. I mean, the way that we've been scoring, I'd like to see some 5-on-5 action. I'd really like to see Nico Hischier get on the board. We got production from a lot of guys on Friday night that were kind of invisible the first few games. Timo Meyer had a great game. Again, spread the scoring out. All right. It can't just be Jack and Jesper and Dougie Hamilton. Nico Hischier has got to get on the board. Dawson Mercer's got to get on the board. I expect those two tonight to at least get a point. They've got to. Now, if you can get this team to where you're getting production from all over the place, they are a team that's going to be an extremely difficult team to stop. So tonight in Montreal, let's go out there, play a good game, no matter who's in goal, Schmidt or Vanacek. This is a winnable game, and treat it as that. Go in there and win the game, win the damn game. You come home tomorrow, you have a Washington team that is playing terrible hockey. Then you got a Buffalo team that's really struggling on Friday. You can rattle off the next three. You're on a 4-game win streak. Things can really start to take off. You start banking those points for when the season starts getting tougher down the road. There are a lot of good teams right now playing a lot of good hockey in the NHL. You got to bank the points. Tonight's a good start. So check us out. We will be doing a show on Thursday where we're going to recap tonight's game and tomorrow night's game against the Capitals. I'll pop up and one of us will do a little key to the game like this for tomorrow's game. That'll be up early. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. It really goes a long way helping us promote the show. We really appreciate the hell out of all you guys. And enjoy the game tonight from Montreal. Let's go Devils.